Hello, everyone. One of my biggest lessons I've learned over the last years is that sometimes we spend so much time waiting for life to happen that we forget we're actually allowed to just go live it ourselves. For a long time, I didn't realize I was doing that. I wasn't just sitting around doing nothing. I was working, I was finishing my psychology degree, I was paying bills, I was taking care of responsibilities and doing all the things that adults should be doing. But when it came to actually enjoying life, I was just constantly waiting for something to happen. If there was a concert I wanted to attend, I wanted someone to come with me. If there was a restaurant I wanted to try, I wanted someone to go with me. If there was an event happening downtown, I wanted someone to go with me. I didn't want to be, by myself. And if no one was available, most of the time I just wouldn't go. And so looking back, um, I was giving away more control over my happiness than I realized. I was letting other people's schedules determine what I experienced. And at that time, I didn't think of it that way. I just thought of it as being social. But eventually, I realized that I was missing out on experiences simply because I didn't want to do them alone. And not only experiences, but also just opportunities I feel like I missed out on too. Around that same time, a lot of things in my life were changing. Um, I had finished my psychology degree, and so friendships had changed. Some people had moved in different directions. I was trying to figure out my next steps, and I wanted to, in what I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do professionally. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to become, and I was in one of those seasons of life where nothing was necessarily wrong, but everything did feel quite uncertain. And I remember there was an event I really wanted to go to. I asked a few people if they wanted to come, and nobody was available. And I was actually going to stay home like I normally would. And then I remembered thinking, why am I missing something that I want to do just because nobody else is free? And that question sounds simple now, but at the time, it really made me stop and think. So I went. I went by myself. And honestly, I was nervous at first. I thought everyone would notice that I was by myself, and I thought it would be kind of awkward. Um, I remember thinking that I thought people would wonder why I was there alone. But after a few minutes, I realized something that sounds obvious now. Nobody cared. Everyone was busy enjoying their own night. Nobody was standing around analyzing whether I came alone or I was with friends. And that experience kind of changed something for me. Um, After that, I started saying yes to things, even if I had to go by myself. I went to concerts. I explored new places. I what else did I do? I attended events that I normally would have skipped. And what surprised me most was that I actually started meeting a lot of new people that I can call my friends now. And so I was always assumed that being alone would make me less social. The opposite happened. When you're with a group, you naturally stay with people you already know. When you're by yourself, you're open to conversations, and you're more likely to notice the people around you. Um, Other people are more likely to talk to you. Some of the friendships I've made recently never would have happened if I stayed home scared, just waiting for someone else to join me. One thing I don't think that people talk about it enough is the difference between being alone and being lonely. And for a long time, I treated those two things as though they were the same, but they're not. You can be completely alone and feel peaceful. You can enjoy your own company. You can enjoy your own experiences. You can feel fulfilled. On the other hand, you can be surrounded by people and still feel completely lonely. Learning that difference changed how I viewed my own independence. And I think that's why this lesson has stayed with me. On the surface, it sounds like a story about going places by myself. But it really was about learning to trust myself. It was about learning that confidence isn't something you magically wake up with one day. Confidence is built through experience. It is built by doing things that make you uncomfortable. It is realizing that you can handle them. And Steve Jobs talked about connecting the dots and looking backwards. Looking back now, those small decisions seem much more important than they did at that time. Going to one event didn't seem life changing, but going to lunch by myself didn't seem important. But those small moments slowly changed the way I saw myself. They made me more independent as well. They made me more confident, and they made me more willing to like try new things that I wouldn't have tried before. So if there's one thing I've learned from this experience, it's that life doesn't wait for us to feel ready. We become ready by living life. We become ready by showing up. We become ready by taking chances, even if it's a small chance. And there's one thing I want to leave you with today, and it's this: do not wait for the perfect circumstance. Don't wait until everything lines up perfectly. And don't wait for somebody else to give you permission to do something you want to do. Because some of the best experience, friendships, and opportunities in your life might begin the moment you decide to show up anyways. So thank you so much.